So we have an overabundance of tomatoes. I'm going to make more sauce. I'm actually going to be making tomato jam today, which will be great on crackers with like a smear of cream cheese. That'd be fabulous. I'm going to can these up. So I have this 5-gallon bucket. I have that bucket going. Right now I have 4 pounds of tomatoes sitting in the water. I'm going to wash those up and I'm going to put them into my food processor and just pulse them up a few times just to crush up the tomatoes, and then we're going to get cooking and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to pulse these up. I love this little Hamilton Beach food processor. I got it for like 30 bucks off of Amazon. It has been a godsend. It was cheap. It does what it needs to do. I do love this product, and for the price it does what it has to do. It even comes with a shredder or slicer as well. So I'm going to pulse this up to get this mixed up. Alright, so you want it to be chunky. You want it to be like a salsa almost consistency because you want the jam to have some form of texture. So now we're going to bring this over to the pot. So this is just the first half that is going to be going inside the pot. If you want to reduce splashing also, you can always put a spoon in there and pour it on the back side of the spoon. You can do that with any form of liquid as well. It'll help with any of the splatter that will come up from inside the pan. So let's finish this off. Okay, so now we're going to add the ingredients to simmer down with this. So it's going to be 3 cups of packed brown sugar. If you don't have a food processor to chop up those tomatoes like that, you can always use just a regular blender if you want to. Just don't make it into like a juice or sauce like consistency, because you want that texture to it. All right. We're also going to zest 2 lemons into the pot. You want to make sure when you are zesting a lemon or a lime or any type of fruit, you want to make sure that you don't go down to the pith, which is the white. That's going to be bitter. Citrus holds a lot of flavors inside of the zest.
And now we're going to zest the second lemon.
And the last of it is going to be a half a teaspoon of ginger. I am going to use fresh ground ginger. I do love this. Sometimes I'll put a little extra, so I usually do a heaping of any form of measurement. So this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to stir all this in, and I'm going to let this simmer for a couple hours. You want to get it to a nice thick consistency, because I'm going to be canning it. You want it to be thickened. I've stirred this to a boil that can't be stirred down. I'm going to take it off the heat real quick, and I am going to add powdered pectin. This is just so it helps it set up. I'm going to stir it in, and I'm going to put it back on the heat till it becomes another rolling boil that can't be stirred down for a complete minute. All right, so the tomato jam is done. It thickened up really nicely with the brown sugar. And it also took a few hours for this to cook down. So you just have to be patient with this. I'm not sure how many jars I'm really going to get. This is also going to get hot water bathed for 10 minutes. And these are regular size 8-ounce jelly jars. And I'm just going to continue to fill. As with any canning, you always want to make sure that the jars are nice and clean on the top so that the domes seal properly. All right. Now we're going to get these bad boys into the canner. I didn't dome those two because this is a different size canner than normal. So I want to make sure that I have enough room to get them all in. Actually, I think I can get all of these in there. Dome these two up real quick. So that water is still boiling, so now we're going to let these process for 10 minutes. So these have sealed and they have jammed up. This will be great on a Triscuit with cream cheese and a little bit of smear of this tomato jam, and you're golden. Hope you guys enjoy. If you have a bounty of tomatoes like I did, this is one way to get rid of them.